16 right now. It shot up to about a peak of 150%. 50%.
That was really good.
Nice.
I wish my editor would stop making fun of me. I edit my own videos, but still. Alright, so I made a video yesterday and I said something quite controversial. I'm not going to apologize for it because by George, it's the truth. I don't like baked beans, but the backlash, I need to address some of the comments. Stephen Farrell, or Farrell, sorry if I got that wrong, says, don't like baked beans. WTF, do you put on a jacket, spud? That's a potato for my international audience. Butter, cheese, tuna mayo, but again, that's probably another controversial statement. Stack and Profit says you don't like beans on toast, WTF. Butter, Marmite, that's probably even more controversial. I should stop while I'm behind. Seemingly, repeating myself, market cap almost rock steady, has barely moved. So a lot of the coins haven't moved at all. Bitcoin still above 9,200. I think the longer it stays above that, the better it is, obviously. But again, that price memory thing, memory retention, it's a thing, I believe. Very few coins up a lot. Zilliqa, as covered yesterday, was an exchange listing. What else? Augur, not sure the reason for that. Sorry, not all knowing. Pundi X, well, I would definitely talk about that pump. Moving on to coins first, let's go to Tron. Tron now has a red symbol, so amazing. Binance have announced that they are officially going to support the Tron mainnet token swap. Funfair, now accepting applications for the closed live beta testing. Applications are until May 10th and only for Canadians. Matrix AI Network didn't get listed on 1, 2, 3, but 4 exchanges today. Hadax, not heard about it. LBank, CoinEgg, not heard of any of them. CoinEgg actually I have, but HitBTC is the 4th. So just more good news after recent OBOR partnership. OBOR was a big partnership. I didn't actually cover it, but a lot of good news lately for Matrix. OmiseGo has done what they promised to update the roadmap, which wasn't keeping up to date with the progress they've made. Link to that below if you're interested. Let's talk about Nexo. Lots of rumors about Nexo. So brand new coin, rank 91 still. So Nexo is kind of like a loan platform. The big news is that Binance Coin will be accepted on the Nexo platform as collateral for instant crypto-backed loans. The speculation then is that they're going to be listed on Binance because they've already got this sort of partnership. Just rumors at this stage, not financial advice, by the way. Speaking of crazy things, Banca, how much is it up today? 27%. It did peak at around 45. Banca announced that they have secured a deal with a big volume exchange for listing Banca tokens in a few weeks' time, but they are not at liberty to tell you the name of it yet. If you want to wear Banca, it's a 264, maybe you haven't heard about it before. It's a community platform based on AI and big data. Peercoin. I covered that they made an announcement of an announcement. Since then, hasn't done too well. The news is not big, after all, but Peercoin partners with Stakebox, a Raspberry Pi supply brand. More details of which are below. Lastly, Pundi X, NPXS. Massive pumps today, even though it is a rank 54 coin. So Pundi X is a retail cryptocurrency payment solution provider. Announced today, or at least about 10 hours ago as of recording, they have signed a deal with Qtum. The deal will allow for payment at retail stores using Qtum tokens. And Pundi X side of it is that they are going to ship the first 4,000 point-of-sale devices worldwide. I don't think I can quite agree with Qtum will soon be a household name, but it's definitely interesting. The point-of-sale devices will be delivered to retailers in countries including Korea, Japan, Singapore, and Switzerland. All right, looking at the news a little bit more generally today, guess what was on the front page of the New York Times? President Trump. Yes, but a news article about Bitcoin too. Facebook, not necessarily negative this time. Facebook forms exploratory blockchain team led by Coinbase board member. I think many companies are doing this. I don't think this is a surprise. Doesn't mean they're going to integrate it at all. Pretty sure every company who is worth a damn is looking into something. ICOs are now the best venture capitalism there is, or ever has been, as far as I'm aware. So, makes total sense. All right, and that's that. What the hell? Yes, I am going to do a sponsored ICO review today. Now you may ask, Crypto Daily, why are you doing sponsored stuff now? Here's what I'm thinking. This is going to allow me to turn off advertisements on the channel indefinitely, and it allows me to hire writers so that I can get a really, or at least as unbiased an opinion about an ICO as possible. So even though I have a responsibility to the ICO that paid me to review it, I have a responsibility to you guys as well to be as unbiased as possible. And this is why I've hired multiple people to do this review. It's going to be really in depth, none of that half-hearted stuff I used to do before. Is we're having pros, cons, why blockchain. I stole that question from Superman because I think it's an excellent question. Details about the crowd sale, final rating, and if I'm investing. So stick around if you want to see that. But a sponsored ICO review is never going to take over a usual episode. So in case that's all you're here for, I'll see you again tomorrow. Don't trust my opinion. Don't trust any random opinion of a guy on the internet. Get multiple opinions. But most importantly, get your own through your own research. Be very careful when it comes to investing your own cold, hard cash or crypto into an ICO or departing with it in general. The ICO I'm looking at is called MF Chain or Modern Finance Chain. So MF Chain aims to create a payment solution system with rewards for all parties involved. So that's the spender, that's the merchant, etc. So everyone can quickly and easily transact using cryptocurrencies, of course, rather than PayPal, Visa, MasterCard. The idea is it can reduce fees and you can use any cryptocurrency. Ideally, this helps with the adoption of cryptocurrencies as a means of payment and will disrupt those industries spoken of before. The MF Chain has a mobile app, so any smartphone could theoretically be turned into a point-of-sale device. Here's the problem currently. There's high transaction and processing fees. It varies between payment provider, but it can be anywhere as high as 3.5% per transaction. Those fees are moved onto either the business themselves or they just charge you extra to cover it. Another problem is chargebacks and fraud. So it's good to have some protection to be able to do a chargeback when there was a fraudulent purchase made using your card. But the fact is, there's an estimated in 2016 that the average annual loss because of fraudulent chargebacks or chargebacks that shouldn't have been made was estimated to be about $6.7 billion. Last problem is the slow adoption of cryptocurrencies, at least for merchants, at least for spending it. I think as an investment vehicle, as speculation, it's rampant, but very slow for merchants, very slow for everyday purchases. There's a good reason for that. It's very inconvenient. So this leads to the solution that MF Chain is trying to provide. They're trying to build a cost-effective cryptocurrency payment ecosystem. Consumers will be able to pay in any cryptocurrency, while merchants will have fiat conversion on their ends and both get a 1% monthly rebate when using the MFX token. So moving on to the creme de la creme, what makes this ICO special? Well, I guess for this one, it would be the fact that the point-of-sale app is available for download on the MF Chain GitHub, which is pretty cool. You can successfully install it, I'm told, but you cannot pass the login screen at present. There doesn't seem to be any registration information available on the website. And one of my guys attempted to contact the team about that and hasn't received a response as of yet. So looking at the team, they currently consist of 9 people and 5 advisors. The team is comprised of PhDs, mathematicians, and expert-level blockchain developers. The MF Chain blockchain team leader was responsible for project management at Status, which is another cryptocurrency, and it's currently a top 50 coin. So let's get into the crowd sale. This is something that the more savvy among you should be most interested by, how much it's going to cost and stuff. The pre-sale is on until May 25th. The ICO will be after that, so yeah, you can't invest yet unless you're involved in pre-sale, and then it will run until June 25th. It is not available for American investors, as many ICOs aren't. I will try and cover some that are, but most of them aren't. This is why I just find the whole SEC stuff, cracking down on ICOs, completely ridiculous, but anyway. So the total supply of coins are 521 million, where 57% of them are going to be sold during the crowd sale, and any that aren't sold get burned. One token would be around 9 US cents based on a $750 per Ether contributed at ICO. That's without a bonus. This puts MF Chain straight after the ICO with a market cap of around $47 million. It's a rather high market cap, but it still does have some multiplier potentials from there. All right, let's skip all that. How much money can I make if I invest? There's no guarantees in crypto at all, as I'm sure you know. You could lose all your money. Just want to make that clear. What a bull who's really optimistic would say, or at least he would point to the fact that MF Chain is a solution wanting to unify blockchain projects on top of its payment and reward solution system, so it can kind of be compared to the likes of Neo, Dragon Chain, Wan Chain. So if so, this gives MF Chain the opportunity of about 5 to 17 times gains realistically. Whether that's going to happen or not is anyone's guess. All right, I don't know. Exchange listings are expected by August 2018. So obviously, if it's going to unite several blockchain projects, then it is something that needs to be on a blockchain, which facilitates an ICO. But they are going for enabling faster, cheaper, and safer transactions with multiple cryptocurrencies, more choices on surcharges, privacy, and money conversion. In addition to that, this is rather important, this bit actually. MF Chain wants to bring its capabilities directly into the stream of commerce and allowing ICOs and dApps projects to tap directly into this wealth. The way that they can allow decentralized applications or dApps is through the use of multi-language smart contracts, private blockchains, atomic swaps, multi-blockchain integration, verified digital identity system, and multi-currency ICO platform. Whew, that was a lot. Testnet is scheduled for release Q1 2019, which I think should have been already. But the mainnet release is scheduled for Q2 2019. So, about a year away. I wouldn't necessarily say that's a bad thing, though. It's funny. Basically, if you were to ask me what I think makes a successful ICO, it's hype. It's not a working project yet. It's token burning. It's just these buzzwords, right? And I think MF Chain hits these buzzwords quite well. So, all right, let's move into cons. It's not fair to just go through pros. Let's talk about the cons. Partnerships. MF Chain has no relevant partnerships yet. They are in active tests with a payment processor. Their partnership immediately opens MF Chain up to over 10,000 merchants if they sign a deal together. Announcement is expected about that soon. Additional partnership conversions are underway as well, so benefit of the doubt, I guess. Competitors as well. There's strong traditional systems, obviously, MasterCard, Visa, etc. And there's lots of payment processors and reward programs already in the blockchain space, although the MF Chain mainnet will take it to the top and be separate from these projects, at least for a working product, at least for now. All right, now for the conclusion. And if you made it this far, then well done. But for presentation, which is important, you want to attract investors, I would give this project 3.5 out of 5. It gets a decent score for its website and good media presence. Loses a couple points because of an untidy white paper with several studies lacking further solution discussion. I'd give the project a 4 out of 5. Big points for integrative blockchain and GitHub commits. The GitHub looks really good. Loses a point because of difficult current adoption and strong competition. And we can't test the app as of yet. I'd give the team a 4.5 out of 5. They're a solid team, high education, blockchain experience, and technical experience. Loses a little bit of a point because a lack of business experience. And so my overall rating would be 4 out of 5. Am I investing? Yes. When the ICO starts, of course. But again, please do your own research. Please form your own opinions. I'm not trying to encourage you to just trust me. You understand? I hope that's clear. All right, that's it from me. I hope you found that useful. Again, these ICO reviews, they're not going to overtake any of the usual episodes. So if you're not interested, you just end the video before they start. The episodes will continue as usual. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you early tomorrow.